Hey, I did it. Oh, I gotta mute that. Yay. It's all Steven's fault. Okay, I gotta figure out the admin thing.
Want me to come do it and show you?
Well, maybe. Are you in there?
Am I in where?
Wait, okay, manage moderators.
Hold on. Are you on the live stream?
Yeah.
And then when I go in, you should be able to put in my URL, which is...
So, let's see. And we'll wait and see if, some people show up. But I want to also figure out how to see who's watching. But it's hard to do this stuff when you're not streaming. Anyway.
Try to
So,
click on my name. Right click.
oh, okay. Oh, wait. There we go. Oh, that's easy. You just click the little menu by their name.
Yeah.
Okay. That's easy. So who else is watching? Somebody else is watching. It's kind of weird to see, like, somebody's watching. Well, it's just Steven. It's just you now, babe.
It says two watching.
Yeah. So I'll just kind of hang out for a little bit and see if we can get the party started. That's really, really, really obnoxious. And this glare. I wonder where Laura is. So, honey, are you still in there?
Mm-mm.
Go back in there and then, see, like, if you could just, how you do that to delete that comment.
I probably can't delete a comment from you. You're the channel owner.
Oh! Hi, Laura! Yay! She's here. Well, you're supposed to be able to do that as an admin, so. And you get to kick people out.
I can do them on, like, the other people, but not you.
Oh, yeah, I guess you can't delete mine, huh? Yeah, no, I know I am, but I can have someone else be a moderator, too. Like, you, Laura. So, how do you feel about that? Just saying, because like you're on it, you know. I'm gonna pop this out because here we go. And I'm gonna watch the You're awake? Okay, good. Well, I don't know if you know this about me, but I'm kind of a night owl, and all right. So I think I slept till about 12:30 today. And anyways, I was super busy last night. I got a lot done. You know, I've sold almost every single one of the little pamphlet style. Should we delete Steven? She said. No, he can stay if he's going to be a good boy. That's up to you, Laura. Yeah. You're used to it. Yeah, what time do you usually go to sleep, Laura? Yeah, he's a moderator. I'm gonna unmoderator him. Oh, okay. Yeah. See, I'm usually up until, oh my gosh, 3, 4, 5. I think today I went to sleep about 7 this morning. But yeah. So anyway, because this is gonna upload to YouTube anyways, and you know, somebody might wanna look later on. Went to the thrift store, I think it was yesterday or the day before, and got some books at Salvation Army. Their hardcover books are $1, so doesn't matter how giant they are. Apparently, they're $1. Anyways, and yeah, I went to a bunch of thrift stores that I've never been to here in Spokane, and you know, just to check them out. Just, you know, Googled thrift stores near me and found about 10. So that was kind of fun. Anyway, so this one and this one I got actually like at an antique mall type of place. I don't really call that a thrift store, but you know, whatever. Anyway, so I thought I'd just kind of let you guys see some of the books that I picked up. I think it was Thursday, maybe Friday, can't remember. The days are all flowing into one. But I really like these kind of books, like technical books. Like, I just like the you know, like the graphics in them and stuff like that. And plus it makes me feel smart, you know. Like, I don't know. No idea what any of this stuff is, but they're neat. I mean, and I don't really do a lot of steampunk stuff, but I always think steampunk, you know. So some of these I'll be definitely disassembling and using just as book paper and journals and stuff. So I picked up this dictionary. This is what is this? This is Analytical Mechanics for Engineers. Yeah. So there's that one. And then this is just a dictionary. And I mean, I have lots of dictionaries, but sometimes I just look at like the texture of the paper, and I like the illustrated, you know, dictionaries. I don't know if that's what they call them, but that's not what they call them. They call them something else. Yeah, I like the Reader's Digest books too. I find them at this one thrift store in Spokane. It's like, I think it's the Spokane Christian something or other. Anyways, it's in North Spokane. So anybody in Spokane interested in picking up like used books pretty cheap. They sell them by the box usually for like $5. And last time I got Reader's Digest in there, I think I got a box of them for, well, I just said that $5, but I think there was like probably about 18 in the box. So I was pretty happy with that. Anyway, so I got this dictionary, and I just mostly like it because of the texture of the paper. Like, it's just super soft. And so I'll disassemble it. I'll, separate the signatures and stuff and try to gently, harvest the paper. So, and then this one came from the antique mall too, using Latin, and the vendor had 20% off on their shop. So, and this was like $2. So I got it, but it's basically a Latin textbook. So, and I like it because it's got lots of notations and stuff in it, and some cool pictures and things like that. So, yeah. And this makes me feel smart too, Latin. Anyways. So, yeah. And just, I just look for text that I think is interesting. Where, if you just see a teeny tiny bit of it, it makes you wonder. Anyway. And then this one came from Salvation Army. So I got 4 of them from the Salvation Army and the other 3 from the antique mall. I dye all the pages. In the book paper, you mean? I don't ever dye book paper. I don't know if that's what you mean, but yeah. So then this one, organic chemistry, again, makes you feel smart. So, yeah, like this is like all of those little flashcards that I have. These little like formulas and stuff, like that stuff. Anyway, I like that. So this one, super heavy. Like these books are so heavy. I don't know what it is, but they just don't make. Yeah, it's too much work dyeing book paper, and I don't really think it needs it anyways, like the old vintage books. But so this one is, yeah, and I think this is all inclusive as far as being oh my god, not a dictionary. Encyclopedia. Anyway, so there was these kind of cool maps in there. Both of them are the same. I don't know if these were originally in this book or if these were used as like in a classroom kind of thing or something. Who knows? But yeah, so this is pretty neat. There's tons of interesting stuff in this book. All these like graphs and cool little maps and yeah, just tons of interesting stuff. There's a whole section of there's a whole atlas included in this book too, which I like, and I like the way that they're formatted horizontally, so each one can become a page in a journal. And Laura, that was so cute how you commented on Mitz's video of the journal. I thought that was so cute how you did that. Thank you so much. You're awesome. I need people like you in my life, like you and Steven. Anyway, so I just really like this book. I'm going to disassemble this and probably hoard it. Maybe I'll scan some of the pages and see, look, it's super steampunky, right? Maybe I should do that. Make some steampunk stuff. I've done a few covers of journals that are kind of steampunk style, but not too much. Okay, let me put these somewhere out of the way. Oh, I wanted to show you these two also. These little guys are so pretty. This one actually paid a lot more than I should have for it, but I just thought it was awesome. I paid $8 for this little book. But look at, it's a birthday book. So each page, you know, just has the date, 1906. Just has the date, 2 days on each page. And I just love this little graphic on there. And then each day has a little quote, which I thought was pretty cool. And whoever owned this book before, they, you know, filled in a whole bunch of them. They knew a lot of people. But yeah, so I'm going to disassemble this book. So I'm putting together my Happy Mail mailing. Like, I'm going to send out like a bunch of Happy Mail, hopefully next week after I get my my other eBay stuff that you're not going to cut it up. The Tale of Two Cities. Why? Just do it. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, no. I mean, I do have some books that I won't ever cut up, you know. But this one I thought was pretty neat. But each one of these is exactly the same, so, you know, I don't have to show you every single page. But, and then this one, the Rubaiyat, you know, with all the little prayers and stuff in it. And I just, again, you know, really like the graphics and stuff. This is weird. It's like it's actually like a picture that's glued on there. So, and, you know, each of these are the same. But, you know, won't this be cute just in junk journal, those pages? So, and then the covers, I think, will make really neat little journals. All right, so let me move those out of the way. And, and I finished up a bunch of journals over the last few days. And I thought I would just kind of show those to you guys real quickly. Not like a complete, you know, flip through or anything, but I just kind of want you to see them. This one, I made this a long time ago, and it was completely different. Like inside, it was completely different. It was set up more like a, kind of like an address book type of thing, almost like a planner. And I sort of, you know, I didn't really like that, so I turned it into kind of a, I don't know, bohemian sort of junk journal-ish journal. It's not really junk journal as far as like the pages, you know, because they're all just plain. Oh, nice. Are you getting organized, Laura? So anyways, basically, how many signatures is this? 4. So it's 4 signatures. And the front page, you know, the outside, you know, page of each signature is like a heavy watercolor paper. So I basically just, you know, put a little tab on each one and used some of that sari silk on each tab, and then attached a little bead charm, I guess, on each one with a little bell. You know, those are like the Christmas bells. So, and then a pocket on the front page of each signature, and then filled it up with some tags and used some of that silk to embellish it and stuff. So So yeah, so each signature is just blank coffee dyed paper. And then I just put in a like a little envelope in each one. And then what did I put in here? Oh, it's just a blank little card. So it is, oh, water. Oh, that's right. That's right. It is bohemian, isn't it? Yeah. Very, very boho. And then each signature also has like a little collection of, you know, tags and paper and stuff that, and then each little clip has some buttons on a little garment pin and stuff like that. So I've been using the like ribbon clasps, you know, and I just attach like a little piece of fabric or lace or something like that using that, and kind of make it into like a charm, you know. So there's one of those on there, and then some old buttons. So what do you think we should do today, Laura? Yeah, I can add some of my new fabric. I did actually add some in there. Some of the new silk that I got. So, yeah, so this is the second signature. Anyway, so I just kind of wanted to show you that. And I'm pretty happy with the way this turned out. You know, I like the jewel tones and stuff like that, but then it's kind of balanced out by the clusters. I knew you were going to say that. I did, for some reason. Okay, we can do that. But the jewel tones, I think like the vivid color and all of that is kind of balanced out by the neutral coffee dyed papers. So I don't think it's too overwhelming. I just think it works, you know. I might put like a pocket in the back or something, but I didn't really want to cover up that image, so, you know. Anyway, that's why I put a pocket on each signature at the beginning. Tie this back up. Yeah, so I'm happy with this, and I think I'm going to list this in my shop. So. And then this one with that picture of that lady I was talking about. Oh, you've been using the clusters on cards? Not like greeting cards? Anyway, so finish this guy. This lady is so awesome. I just love her. She's like a rebel, you know. She's kind of defiant in her, you know, her stance. I should have scanned that picture. I wish I would have scanned it. Anyway, so this one will be, I'll get a complete flip done of that one, and then I'll get that one listed. And then this one is just a novel, you know, and I didn't really embellish the cover or anything, just because I really like it. You know, it's got that embossed. You like the crackle? I do too. It's one of my favorite treatments for kind of a blah, blah kind of book, you know. Anyway, so that one, I got two kind of medium-sized journals. These I actually sort of consider to be mini. This one's just a single signature. And when I use the ribbon closure, I usually will just attach like some charms on a little ring, you know. Have you tried the crackle paste, Laura? Anyway, so I used a little bit of that, you know, the sari trim as tabs on here, and I like the like kind of contradiction of like using this Carpenter's and Builder's Guide cover with, you know, like just this kind of floral, feminine type of content inside the book, you know, and then I'll throw in some of the book paper from the, airplane maintenance book or something. I don't know. It just kind of adds to the interest, I think. And then this little guy is just a dictionary of English synonyms. It's 2 signatures. This one's pretty thick. Well, it's kind of my usual style, with some clusters and paper clips and things like that. Sheet music and, the usual. So that one, yeah, so 5. You haven't tried it? It's super fun. It's super fun. You should try it. And then the walnut ink crystals. All right, and then what else? Oh, it is my favorite. I love that book. I'm in love with that book. I was actually thinking about the book paper. I was thinking about looking for a couple more of them on eBay and see if I can find one just so I can have more of the paper. The walnut ink, it's I've never seen it like at Michael's or any place like that. The walnut ink crystals, I had to get it off on Amazon. But I've shown it in some of my other videos, so if you're curious about it, I think any brand would work. I bet I did have to get it on Amazon. So, all right. So I'm also working on trying to replenish the pamphlet, like mini journals on my Etsy shop, or in my Etsy shop. So I just kind of started putting together a bunch of these little guys, and these are all kind of floral themed, I guess. I decided to try to do that, and so I just pulled out everything I had that had anything to do with flowers and gardening, and I just kind of started going for it. And so this is one that I completed last night. This is kind of how it turned out, and I thought it'd be kind of cool to. I did the the stitching on the inside of the book rather than on the outside, because I wanted to be able to just tie a piece of seam binding onto that string, to wrap around, and then just use a button for it to attach to. But I thought it'd be fun to just attach a couple buttons on each of the strings there, and you could just have, I don't know, whatever. Or some, maybe some charms or something. I have 19 of these. That you like it? Thanks. Yeah. I have 19 of these that I need to finish. So yeah. So there they are. There's a bunch. So they're all basically at the same stage where the cover is done. They have the signature stitched in, and so they just need, embellishing and cards and tags and stuff like that, and then kind of finish up the cover. And I want to use up all of these paper flowers that I cut out, like die cut flowers. I want to use up all of those and just use like a button or something in the center on each of them. So yeah, so this is kind of what I've been working on over the last couple days. Really, like, I sold every single one of them, I think. I don't think there's one left in my shop. And then there's some larger ones, and these are all going to be like garden flower kind of themed. So just a little bit larger file folder journals. So anyway, and then eventually I'm going to turn this into, all of those crackle paste covers that I did in a video. I'm going to turn those into cover. Probably using the canvas. So, clusters. Yeah, are you making clusters, Laura? Oh, flower breads out of soda cans. You know, I've seen some really cool stuff that people have done with the, the aluminum from soda cans, but something about the sound of it cutting, it just, oh my God, it does something to my skull. I don't know. Oh, this is the wrong tray. This is all just flowers that I've like painted and stuff that are kind of just ready to use in books. I need to replenish this. I buy those. Oh, nice. So you're ready to make clusters. Cool. I don't know. Can you send? You probably can't send a picture in the chat. No. Anyway, I buy those cans. It looks like that tennis balls come in of the Prima flowers, and they're all just mixed. They're all different papers and colors and stuff and sizes. So I usually buy those and get it at Hobby Lobby. I think they're $12.99, and then you get like a 40% off, with the coupon. So I'll get one of those usually every time I go to Hobby Lobby, unless I need something else with the coupon. But yeah, so that or triple thick. So I kind of have this tray that is my tray for clusters. But this is just, I use this tray a lot, like in when I'm just working on journals too, to kind of embellish pages and stuff. Where is that other? I have this other little tray that has like bases in it. Where did I put it? Oh, here. Yeah, I've looked at a lot of silk flowers too, and I've bought a couple of them. I just I just kind of gravitate towards the paper flowers. But yeah, I'm interested in. I'd like to see that. How you use those. Anyway, so just a bunch of I consider like bases for clusters. So little these are little pieces of like book paper that I've decoupaged. These are like just the scraps, So I always save that kind of stuff and just put it aside to use. So nothing gets wasted. And then of course a bunch of salad. Junk journal salad. And stamps. Pull out some stamps. And I like to use these little cards, that come in the ephemera pack for the Tim Holtz ephemera packs. These little cards. I like to use those as bases too. And then I've been, printing out a bunch of little advertising pieces, like from those teachers magazines that I bought. Those old vintage magazines. I scanned a whole bunch of pages and been printing those out. Yeah, you don't really see the paper on the bottom that much, but I try to make sure that you can a little bit, you know. I try to. It kind of depends on what I'm making the clusters for. Like, if I'm making them to use on the cover of a journal or something, then I'll use something a little bit larger so that you can see it. This is just my box of like cards. So I'll pull out a couple of the Monopoly cards. Maybe some properties too. Got these little animal rummy cards. I'm going to do some children's journals. They seem to be pretty popular lately, and I've been picking up a bunch of stuff for them. So, a bunch of books and things like that. And then these guys I like to tear up and use. I think I already have one of these. I'm going to tear up another one. So I don't use playing cards too often in the clusters unless I'm making them to use on the covers of books. So that's usually what I do, is I just pull out a bunch of stuff, like for inspiration. Maybe use a couple of these. What kind of game? Oh, the Monopoly game. That's right. Was it pretty old? Like where the cards kind of, like, I like it when the cards are sort of beat up and bent and stuff, you know. All right. And this guy. So I want to see some of your clusters that you've made. I don't know, can you see? Little advertisements. I don't always ink everything, but I do, if something is like a similar color or tone, I try to, ink the edges so that it'll stand out. It's not as easy as it looks making these little clusters. Like, it's hard to, put them together in a way that, they kind of look random. And I just try to make sure that you get the idea of whatever it is in the layer. Like, you don't have to see the whole thing, right? You just want the idea that it's there. Kind of. So, I mean, I could cover up pretty much all of this postage stamp and just leave that little 4 cents showing. and you'll know that it's a postage stamp, you know. So let's see, one more little teeny tiny something. I'll use that little flower there. And I just try to make sure that, you know, it'll all hold together with one staple. So it'll cluster. Let's see, yeah, I'm going to use this guy. So when I'm making one that's a little bit larger like this, this is one that I'll probably use like as a tuck spot, or maybe on the cover of a book, or something like that, you know. So yeah, I'm just trying to like leave a little bit of the pink showing, because I like the, you know, the contrast of that teal and pink. So I'm just leaving a little tiny bit of it showing. I don't like that green. And I try to angle things, like I try to have like the base sort of stable, so like vertical, horizontal, and then as I'm layering things in there, I'm kind of offsetting them a little bit, you know. I just think it adds a certain amount of interest, you know, makes it look more random. So I just kind of slipped a little piece of fabric in behind that. So yeah, it's big. They're these ones I use. Maybe I'm kind of thinking about this, doing these larger ones, because I want to use some on the covers of those pamphlet journals that I'm working on. Let's see. Yeah, but I like the paper clips. You have to use little tiny ones. It's almost more challenging to make smaller stuff than larger stuff, I think. This is just a piece of a postcard. A little piece of fabric. Some acetate. And let's find a stamp. Maybe one of these little. Yeah. So I kind of get them all to this point, like, you know, where I'm happy with the layered paper elements and, you know, the fabric or lace or whatever. And then So I'll make up a bunch of those, and then I'll come back in and, glue buttons on them and paper flowers and stuff like that. Sometimes like little rhinestones or whatever. Haven't been doing that a lot lately, but and then I have this. This is like from a book spine. It's from one of those law books. But it's just that, the canvas that they use to reinforce the spine. So I wanted to use some of that in a cluster. A little piece of postcard again. And I'm going to ink it because it's kind of like the same tone as that. So, as that fabric, So I just want to kind of ink the edges of it so it'll kind of pop out when it's against that fabric. You know what? I forgot to pull out is all this stuff. I knew I was missing something. So these are just, a lot of those little Tim Holtz like flower ephemera and stuff, and I just cut them up into little pieces. I cut a lot of them into just little chunks. Just a little bird. I'll grab one of these. This is like a little die cut, corner embellishment thing, and I just coated it with Inca Gold. Grab a butterfly. There's some other stuff down under here that I need to use up. I'm just going to pull out a little random handful of it. All right. So I finished my assignment for the magazine article. Finally, I had to have it in by the 5th, and actually got it done on the 2nd. So I felt pretty good about that. Let's see. These are just like a bunch of numbers and letters and stuff. So I'm wondering if maybe I should stream later in the day or something. Oh, you know what it is? It's the freaking Super Bowl. That's what it is. It's just you and me, Laura, and somebody else. I don't know. Someone else is there. Is that you, Steven? Hmm. Yeah, I forgot it was Super Bowl Sunday. You should just make it like a holiday. So I just put a little piece of lace in there. I usually try to go with like more of like an asymmetrical kind of balance, you know. I just think it looks nice and it's more pleasing to look at, you know. More of an asymmetrical type of composition. I'm gonna stick a little stamp right there. There we go. I want to try to use up a bunch of this stuff, these bases. Oh, hi, Erin. Hi. Thanks for saying hi. Where are you, Erit? What country are you in? Oh, Israel. Okay. Okay. I thought maybe I'd asked you that before. Is this the first time weren't you in here last time? Or weren't you with us last time? Oh, it's the middle of the night. Yeah, I thought so. Can't sleep? Or are you always up late? You did? Okay. I thought so. I thought I remembered seeing you comment or something. Well, I'm glad you're here. You got one done? Good job, Laura. Or are you talking about me? You like being awake in the middle of the night? I know it's kind of neat. It's like, I don't know, it's peaceful, and I like being up in the middle of the night when everyone else is, you know, sleeping, and it just makes me feel like, I don't know, like I'm taking care of people or something. I don't know, it's weird. Are you making clusters too, Erit? Oh, good job, Jamie, or good job, Laura. I just want to say, Jamie, what is that? What is the story with your username, Laura? I'm curious. Yeah, it's peaceful, huh, Erit? I know. I am definitely my most productive in the middle of the night. All right, piece of postcard. I tend to be productive most of the time anyways, I guess. Cutting pieces from magazines. Nice. What are you working on? Do you have a particular project you're working on, or something therapeutic about cutting paper for me? I'm just, you know, tearing up little pieces of these, you know, die cuts, and using them in the layers. Just a little advertising. It's a little bit too big. So I'm working like large kind of up to smaller stuff, you know. And I always forget about this little pile in there. Let's stick this in there. A stamp. There we go. And see, like I've covered up pretty much all of this little thing, except for you can see just, you know, the idea of it. Like you can, you know, it's there. It's just, you can just see like a portion of it. Short for Uncle Jamie. Oh, okay. Oh. Okay, so that's just like the YouTube like user, whoever's on like watching YouTube, that's the username that they're watching it on. I'm just curious. Okay, yeah. I didn't. Okay, I'm gonna go look at some of your videos then. Erin, maybe that's why your name looks so familiar, because I have watched some of your videos. I'm sorry, I'm really bad about that kind of stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna check it out. So I'm making these clusters. I'm basically making some larger ones because I want to use them on the covers of these pamphlets. So, and this is just like a piece of paper that came off of a cigar box. I'm just sticking it in there. And I got to use up all of this acetate, like all these little pieces of acetate. So then I'll just take like this half of a butterfly and stick it in there somewhere, and then some kind of fabric or lace or something. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so we have the Super Bowl happening today, and I'm definitely feeling like that's why it's a small party today. Oh, I want to add something else to kind of cover up the fact that that's just half of a butterfly. Like a stamp. There we go. Laura, when's your birthday? What day is your birthday? And Eric, you should email me your address if you want to. I'll send you my my email. I'll put it in the chat, and then you can email me your address and your phone number. Or not your phone number, your birthday, not your phone number. Don't send me your phone number. Every day's your birthday? You're goofy. Okay, I want to do a couple little teeny clusters. So I'm going to use one of these guys, I think, as a bait. No, I'm going to use a little piece of a postcard, I think. Yeah. Like the back of a postcard. the writing on it. I'm trying to talk Steven into writing some stuff for me. He has beautiful handwriting. And if he does, I'll show you guys. I'm telling you, it's beautiful.
Oh, something. If he does, I'll pay.
Yeah, I want to just have him do like some, just like words like, you know, faith or hope or whatever, love, gorgeous.
All that mushy shit.
All that mushy stuff, yeah.
Definitely.
There's a New Zealand stamp. Let's see. So I'm trying not to let this get too thick, but I did want to use a piece of that, so kind of have to cut it. Oh, there we go. That's perfect. That little guy. Yeah, quotes. I'm going to put him to work. He's tending the fire at the moment. He's pretty good at it. He'll sit there in front of the fireplace and make it just perfect. Yeah, I want to do some more little tiny ones. Try to use all of those and make them into clusters. Hi, Brenda. Yay, you're not watching this. Is the Super Bowl over? Like, is the game over now? I'm obviously not, like, a football fan. Does anybody know? Yeah, 8 cent stamp. What is your first name? We're making clusters, you guys. Clusters. I just like try a bunch of different stuff. I don't know, like until I find something I like, you know. But I try not to overthink it. Like I start overthinking it and then I never get it done. Like I never get anything put together, you know. I just gotta just do it. Just do it. Oh, Heather. Hi, Heather. Oh, he's watching the game. Okay. I don't even know who's playing in the Super Bowl. Oh my god. I'm a terrible, like, I don't know. Is that like, that's like un-American almost. Let's see. You got your second cluster done, Laura? Good job. Good job. I want to see them. Okay, so this is just like a piece of, what is this? I don't even know. Oh, you know what? I think it's cheesecloth. And I painted it with like this gold paint. And then I've cut it into a bunch of little pieces. I should use some silk in these. Man, you guys, I'm going to have to figure out what to do with all that silk. It's insane. So much. Oh, back east teams, yeah. right. So I try to incorporate at least one like fabric or lace or, you know, that kind of element in each one of these. Not always, you know, a piece of like trim or ribbon or rickrack or anything like that, but always at least some kind of fabric element. You know what I mean. Right. Yeah, don't ask, huh? That's funny. Oh, here at the Super Bowl is like our championship for football. For actual football, not soccer. Everybody else in the world calls soccer football.
Football.
Football?
Mm-hmm.
This is just this flower trim that I coffee dyed, so I'm just ripping some of them apart to use on these clusters.
Or foosball.
Foosball?
Yeah, some people call it foosball.
Huh. Weirdos. So this is what happens. I just start pulling out more and more and more and more stuff. And, you know, yeah. So, yeah, the Super Bowl is, like, our biggest, like, football event, you know. So, the whole entire country shuts down, basically. I like that butterfly on there. We should have chicken tonight, huh?
What kind of chicken?
Huh?
Pork chicken.
Chicken and dumplings. Later.
And find somebody who knows how to make it.
I'll make it, but you have to tell me how to do it. Yeah. Well, I guess I cut that out. I might as well use it. Let's see. Yeah, I call it exactly college championship too. I don't know. How about those sports? There's a Canada stamp. I'll use that and see it has a flower, so I can use it in the flower journals. That's funny, Brenda. Nice. Does your husband do most of the cooking, Laura? Or do you? Or like, do you guys share? Just curious. I'm trying to get Steven to make dinner. Usually Tom Brady wins. That's funny. I don't want to use that. I want to use that. Okay, I'm going to use some of these guys as bases. Yeah. You hate cooking, Heather? I used to love cooking. I used to love it. When my kids were all little, like, I don't know, I loved it. But it just, I don't know, it's like, it almost became too much of a job. It's such a job with a family, you know. I don't like that. Kind of a cool stamp. It's cooks all summer barbecue. Okay, Brenda, so he cooks in the summer, you cook in the winter. Nice. Oh, yeah. Your husband ordered pizza. That's funny. That's how he cooks dinner.
No, it's my mom's name.
Brenda?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It is your mom's name. This isn't your mom, I don't think. That'd be weird if I met your mom on a live stream. Let's see. So since these are kind of intended to be used on covers, I'm not gonna worry too much about the thickness of the cluster so much. And I'm also gonna be gluing some buttons and stuff on those, so. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Nope. Yeah, I mean, I just try different stuff, you know, back and forth. But like I said, I try not to overthink it. When I start thinking about it too much, nothing happens. I'll just a little postcard, and I'm gonna put a star on it. Art journaling, you know, I have, yeah, I've been into art journaling, Eric, but not for a while. Like I like to make journals, so I do have some of my art journal stuff like posted on my Instagram. There's some stuff in there, but I wouldn't say it's like my big thing. No. Sometimes I do just want to play with paint, though. I just go through phases, you know. Sometimes I want to play with paint, and sometimes paper, you know, or, you know, usually paper, though. I definitely have a thing for paper. Let's see. Do you art journal, Eric? Okay, let's see. No, I just love making them. Eric, yeah, to answer your question. Do I cut all of that out, Brenda? You're asking? Well, you mean like, no, these are just die cuts. These are like from the Tim Holtz, collections of die cuts that you can buy. I cut out a lot of stuff, but as far as like fussy cutting, most of this stuff, no, it's mostly torn. A lot of it's just torn. Well, I'll tell you what, Brenda, send me your address in an email, and I'll send you some goodies. You want some goodies, Stephen? Well, I'll send you some too. Yeah, send me your email address or your mailing address in an email, and then I'll send you some goodies. I'm putting together Happy Mail next week. I'm going to do like a mass Happy Mail mailing because I have some stuff that I definitely am going to want to share coming from eBay. And I think you guys will be pretty happy about it. So, yeah. Okay, I'm leaving that just like that. Sometimes you just have to call it good. But, yeah, so... I know. So send me your email or your mailing address, you guys. Laura, well, I'll put it in again. Okay, there's my email address. And if you send me your address, also send your birthday. Oh my gosh, that would be awesome, Eric. Some Hebrew ephemera. That would be cool. Sure. Yeah, I'm into it. I'm into it. Oh my god, you guys should see my granddaughter's little video that she did of doing her mom's makeup. It is so stinking cute. She's so funny. She goes, let's get into it. She's so funny. I should put her video on my channel. Stick that little butterfly in there. So I guess I just sort of go back and forth about, with size and stuff on these. I also try to sometimes make sure that text is upside down, just because I think it makes it a little bit more randomized. Okay. I'll email you back my address. Okay, Eric? Yeah, I'll send you my address back. Okay. Yeah, so I was kind of bad girl. I ordered some stuff from on eBay that well, first of all, that flowers, what's it called? Garden Flowers in Color book that I used a whole bunch of the images from to make a bunch of these tags. And of course, I can't find one now. But where'd they go? Okay, here's one. The images from these tags that I've been making. Oh my gosh. So, all of these like full color, flower images came from this book called Garden Flowers in Color or something like that. Anyway, so I found a couple more copies of it on eBay. Yeah, here's another one. And they're just really neat images. Like, they almost look like they're painted, some of them. Maybe they're like retouched or something. But anyways, so I have 3 more copies of that book coming. And yeah, one of them is actually really neat. It's got this really beautiful cover and stuff. And she said it's kind of damaged, so I probably will disassemble it. And I want to share some of those book pages with you guys. So that's one of the things that I found that and then I think I got like a Better Homes and Gardens, the binder book, and then a gigantic lot of ephemera, just paper ephemera. So yeah, got a bunch of stuff on the way. And sometimes I do that just to kind of treat myself, like, I don't know, I deserve it. So, but I definitely want to share. This is just a piece of silk. All right, let's get some paper on here. So I need to just kind of sit down one day and get out all my paper punches and, just cut out a bunch more shapes and stuff, just butterflies and circles and stuff like that. Kind of running low. And that's sort of how I work. Like, I'll just, oh, look at the best gardening ideas I know. I think that's a perfect little stamp for one of these journals on the cover. Anyway, that's kind of what I'll do. Like, I'll just do a whole bunch of the same thing and put it away to use later. I like that. So who else is making clusters? I was thinking we could maybe, I don't know. There's so many groups on Facebook, but it might be kind of fun to just start a little kind of private group so that we could like share pictures and stuff of our work, and because I want to see what you guys are doing, even if it doesn't have anything to do with junk journals. Like, I just want to see what you guys are making. This feels like really one-sided, so I don't know. That could be kind of fun. Are you guys all on Facebook? Who's on Facebook that's watching? I like how my name has like a little crown next to it. Okay. Well, let's do it. I'll make a group on Facebook. Okay. I'll make a group on Facebook, and then we can kind of, do some personal networking and stuff on there. Right on. Oh, hi, Myrna. I didn't know you were there. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, the queen. I like being the queen. That's kind of fun. Anyway, so we're clustering our little hearts out. Hi, Myrna. Did you watch the, are you in the United States? Am I saying your name right? I hope so. So I'm trying to make sure that I can still keep a little piece of that, of this little, like, leaf and stuff on there. And I'm not going to use that because it's irritating me now. Aha. Look at this. Is perfect. This little tiny piece of lace. So I'll just layer it right under there with this postage stamp. And then take this little flower and maybe one or two more little layers there. We'll call it good. Okay, good. Good. I said your name right. Yeah, we're making clusters. So, I don't know, if you look on my Etsy shop, you'll see that I have these little clusters for sale, but I also use them all over my journals and stuff. So, yeah, and they're basically just little collections of scraps, And then I also put together what I call a junk journal salad. So it's, like all these little bits and stuff. Because that way, I can just grab whatever is there and, kind of work with it that way. I just think it makes it a little bit more random, which I really, really like. I like random. Embracing the random. So let's see. I'll use a Monopoly card here. And a couple pieces of fabric, and then this little teeny little piece of rickrack. So, like, that stuff does not even relate to each other at all, but I like that, no idea what's on this postage stamp, but I like the color. Once I kind of get going doing these, I could make tons of them. Just tons of them. Just a little teapot. And then we'll stick an egg right there. And all of that stuff, all those layers are held together by that one postage, or that one, staple. So. I know. It is amazing how little scraps can make people happy. So I've got, let's see, I don't know, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I have 16 clusters made. They're almost done. So I'll just make a couple more. I'm going to try to do a couple little small ones. And then we'll go back and do like some paper flowers maybe and buttons and stuff like that on them. I print out a lot of the little images that I scan from different, sources. Like I've scanned a whole bunch of little family pictures, but also like, and you know what? I'd be totally happy to send you guys some digital files, like with, like some of my old family pictures and things like that. You guys can use them. I don't care. But I like to print that stuff out real small to use in these little clusters. Like these are postcards that this is just an image that I scanned and, printed it out. I mean, I'm not claiming that I created that picture, right? I'm just, using it. And plus it's so old. Like, is there any copyright on that postcard? I doubt it, right? Would there be? Anyway, so this is the little ship, Anyway, so I just kind of wanted to mention that. There's a lot of resources for ephemera that don't require that much work, There's so many free images online and stuff like that, but yeah, if you have all the pieces ready to go, for sure. I mean, it honestly, Laura, the fact that I have all of this crap, it just means that I can't throw anything away. Oh, wow. I would love some library cards. That would be cool, Brenda. Ooh, yeah, that'd be awesome. And I could tear them up and use them in clusters, Cool. Yeah. And I will send you some happy mail. And you know what? Honestly, you guys, you got to give me a couple weeks on this because I think you're going to be really happy. I just am super happy that you guys are here and enjoying this, kind of process and stuff. It really is super cool. And I have a really deep conscience, and like I almost feel guilty sometimes when I don't do the things that I want to do for other people. But just know that eventually I do, and I want you to know how much I appreciate, you guys. So it's cool. Such a neat family kind of feeling to, YouTube and Etsy too, Instagram, all of those, social media outlets are just awesome if you take advantage of it. I mean, you got to be involved. That's the thing, and it's finding the time to do it. Even though I've not been at work that much over the last month, I do technically have a job. So, it's just that lately, well, thanks, Irit. Thank you, Myrna. Yeah. Well, it makes me feel good, it's fun. So, and anything that I do, it's not proprietary. It's like, it's not like a secret or anything, and anyone can copy anything I'm doing. I don't care. Like, do it, really. Well, look at this. This Silk Remnants. 10 cents. Okay, silk remnants, 10 cents. So I have to use a piece of silk on here just because of that. Let's see. So I have this little teeny tiny little piece of silk, right? I'm just going to put it right there. I'm going to put it right there. And that's where my staple's going to go. Right there. You guys are so sweet. You're so cute. And I'm sorry if I was a little bit late with my stream today, but honestly, I'm not an early riser, so kind of like the later the better for me. I'm thinking like 4 o'clock is probably the best time, you know. And we'll just, you know, do a couple hours and then, you know, I could even do like another one, you know, during the week or something like that. If any of you guys are up late, I'm down to stream late at night too, because that's when I'm really kind of more in my zone, you know, in the middle of the night. So this one got pretty colorful, but I like it. So yeah, it's all held together with that one staple. So it's, you know, it's like this card, which came from some weird game I got at a thrift store. This little advertisement that came out of an old magazine that I scanned and printed off. You know, basically it doesn't cost anything. This little piece came from some Tim Holtz paper. It's like those matchbooks. Some old linen from a doily or something, you know. Die cut that I covered, you know, I painted with Inca Gold. You know, just from all different sources. So it is 5:38 p.m. here. Oh, so you're Mountain Time, Myrna. Is that right? Yeah. Yeah, I like the I have blank. Brenda, are you talking about the wait, let me see. Oh, Brenda, you're talking about the library cards, right? You have some that are blank. Now, are you talking about the card catalog cards or like library, like to check out the books cards? Because either way, I'm down. Like, let's see. I actually bought some library cards from Amazon. Like that, you know. The checkout cards. Okay, yeah. Cool. But I bet those are neat. I bet they're cool. But they're old, huh? Yeah. Yeah, because I was going to coffee dye those, you know. I actually got some... I just went insane, okay? Like, I totally went insane. And I talk about being, like, frugal and everything. And I am frugal, but as far as, like, not wasting things. But you know what? Sometimes I like shopping. So, anywho, and I feel like I'm rewarding myself. But I also purchased, yeah, those are neat. I also purchased a lot of the card catalog cards. Apparently they came from like a law library, so those ought to be kind of interesting, and those are shipped and on the way. So see, I have all kinds of cool stuff I'm gonna share with you guys, you know. So because everybody likes to get happy mail, right? There's a butterfly. Okay. Nope. I don't like that butterfly on there. Wait, maybe behind. There we go. That's good. And then I want some kind of contrasty color on there, so I'm going to put a purple postage stamp on there. So see, like, you can just see the idea of the butterfly there. The idea that this is a letter, you know, and then you can just see a teeny bit of the writing on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of what I'm trying to accomplish, is just, you know, a hint of whatever that item is. So I'm going to kind of clean this stuff up a tiny bit, and then I'm going to get out some buttons and yeah. You asked for the old cards and they laughed at you. Or they looked at you weird. Yeah, I know. I am always looking for stuff to use in these books. Seriously, always. You know, my mom gets like catalogs or whatever, and I'm like, are you going to use that? Are you going to, you know? I'm not quite as obsessive as I used to be when I first got started doing junk journals. I would not let my kids throw away anything, like cake mix boxes or, you know, just any of that kind of stuff. And, you know, I wound up with so much that I just couldn't, you know, use it all. But, no, totally, Brenda. No, that's awesome. Yep. This is, just, yeah, do whatever you guys want, you know? Yep, swap away. Swap away. So I'm just kind of re-sorting out my pile here, and I've got about 20 clusters done. Well, almost done. So this stuff is, I mean, I stay pretty organized, but I mean, it's not perfect, you know. It's just a general kind of organization. So this is all the stuff that came out of yeah, so I'll do the Facebook group. I'll create a new group, and then if you guys want to, you know, like, I guess friend me on Facebook, just, I think you can, how do you find people on Facebook? With your email?
Yeah, email or phone number or name.
Okay, because my email that I am on Facebook is not my regular email, so this is going to get weird. Okay, that's my email address for Facebook. So if you search for that email, jessicaerinrapp@gmail.com, then you'll find my Facebook. I think if you search my name, you'll see that same icon, right? Like that same little picture. So if you just search Jessica Rapp and you see that picture come up, that's me. You know that. So I'm putting this stuff away because I'm going to embellish some of these clusters with buttons and flowers and things like that. So everything that I do generally is like some sort of production line type of thing. And, you know, that doesn't mean that I don't, like, put my heart and soul into whatever I'm doing. I do. I just do it in a different way, you know. Some people create junk journals from start to finish, one at a time. you know, and other people have to have multiple things going on all at the same time. I have journals in all different like stages of completion. So, but I love all of them, you know, like I put just as much time and effort and energy and love into each one of them. So anyway, I just thought I'd mention that because, and especially when someone does an unboxing of your journals on their channel and then you like sell all your journals in one day. So I gotta step up. So that was kind of cool. I don't know if you guys saw that. My Life Myths, she shared some of my journals that she bought back last year. She bought them last year, and I think she filmed a video like in December. But it was kind of funny because I was like, these sales kept coming through that day, and I just could not figure out what was going on, like why all of a sudden. And then I saw that she had shared the journals, and so that's what happened. All right, so got these all kind of at that point where I like to embellish them with like buttons and flowers and stuff. So this is just like a one little box of I pulled these out of the big box of buttons. Yeah. And I am going to do a room tour. I collected so much chipboard. Yeah, Myrna, I know. It's like, you know what I wound up doing with all of my chipboard stuff and, you know, like cereal box things that I had painted on and all that. I cut them all up into ATC size, like every single one of them. So they all kind of fit in a box, and then I stopped collecting those. Like I can't, you can only collect so much chipboard, right? You know, you can't have it all. Your whole house will be full of it. So I just collect the stuff that I actually want to use, you know. And I do get rid of things. Like I'm going to share a bunch of stuff with you guys. And that's one way. All right. And then so these are mostly just the paper flowers and stuff that, so, you know, sometimes I'll use little quotes on these and sometimes I don't. I've got a whole bunch of these little, just like single words that are kind of layered on paper and stuff. So, you know, I'll kind of have those out at the same time that I'm doing this, and I'll throw one on here and there. You know, I don't like them to be too wordy, you know what I mean? Like if there's book paper and then I've used one of these little cards and stuff, I probably wouldn't add like another word, you know, it's redundant, like it's enough. As far as, you know, adding other embellishments and things like that, I don't really care if you can see the staple. That doesn't really bother me. Although sometimes I will cover it up just because I don't like having that open blank space right there. So sometimes I will cover it. And actually I really like that button, but it's got this weird metal on it, like wire. You can't find me on Facebook? Okay, I'll just put the link to my profile in there, I guess. Yeah, 1 second. Oh yeah, it's Sammy's Jammies. What am I talking about?
Is it?
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's me. It's Sammy's Jammies. Sorry. What did you find, Irit? So I basically have my hot glue gun like plugged in all the time. I don't know. I'm gonna need a new one here pretty soon. So I've got a little button on there. I'm pretty happy with this the way it is. Like, I'm not gonna add a flower or anything on there. I'm just happy with the button. There's a little star, sort of like that little star. I don't know why that star is in there, but and then a teeny little button on there. Excuse me. Yeah. I'm just gonna add a tiny little button here. Oh. Yeah, put a little button on top of the star. Where'd my thing go? Can't see what I'm doing. There. Okay. What'd you make?
Bagel with tomato and cheese.
A whole bunch of these buttons have like wire in them. It's weird. Oh, nice. Okay. Cool, Heather. So I will, so I think in order to add someone to a group, don't you have to be friends? But I guess if I create the group, then you guys will see that I created the group, and then you can, or I'll just like post it, and then, yeah. So you don't necessarily have to like friend me or whatever to do that. You'll just have to send an ad request then to the, when I get the group created. I love these little like fabric, little fabric flowers. Oops. I think this guy needs a little button too. Here. So we'll finish these up, and I wasn't able to ask for. It doesn't say we can be friends, just that we follow you. Yeah, if you're, well, I think you can just follow me, and we don't have to be friends. Yeah, for sure, Myrna and Irit. Yeah, so you can just follow me, and then like my posts will come up in your feed. And then when I'll post the group, and then you'll have to go click at the link to the group, and then send an ad, like a request. Because I'll make it like a closed group, so you'll have to request the ad. Doesn't it have a friend request? Oh, you were doing buttons and bling at the same time. Okay, Laura, so that's why. Yeah, see? So we probably got the same amount done at the same time, huh? In the same amount of time.
Maybe you should put Laura in it.
I know. I should. Put Laura to work. Laura's been networking her little heart out for me. I noticed.
Well, I guess we owe her administrative fees.
Right? Plus, she sent me Happy Mail.
Mm-hmm.
She sent me Happy Mail flowers. And I used a bunch of those pages that you sent me, Laura, in these new little pamphlet journals. I probably have a lot more crap than you do too, huh, Laura? I have a lot more crap than most people have. Let's see, we need a button on here. Yep. I've probably made... Yes, you're my cheerleader. Yay! That's so cool. I've probably made, geez, maybe 1,000 of these little clusters in my life. So I don't know exactly what I'm looking for in this thing of buttons, but I'm looking for a button that just kind of goes, yeah, use me, you know. Okay, that one. See? I like that guy. So I'm going to stick it right there. And then I'm going to put a flower right there. Not that one. This little guy. I don't know, and I'm kind of I don't know, I sort of feel guilty sometimes about not, you know, responding to comments and things like that, you know. It's just, I don't know. I do my best. That's all I can say. I do my best. See, this one has wire in it too. What the heck? Oh, these must be buttons that just came right off of a button card or something. I don't know, but that wire is... Look at me. Okay. So I'm going to use this purple button. You're right, Laura. It's better to just kind of do them fast and then just, you know, like they just are, you know. I like the purple and yellow. Those are complementary colors, you know. Let's see. What? All right. So I added a little quote, I guess, as corner of your heart. But I'm going to do a button on here too. There we go. So, oh, I forgot to tell you guys. So I'm almost at 300 subscribers. And so I said that I would do like a giveaway when I got to 300. So I'm going to figure out what I'm going to give away, and I will post a video of that as soon as I hit 300 subscribers, and then I'll do like a drawing, I guess, or something. I was thinking it might be kind of fun to do an essay contest at some point. I don't know. Like, what is junk journaling to you? Like, what's your, you know, or like something about your inspiration, or, you know, I don't know. Not for this giveaway, but I mean at some point in the future. I like to ask questions, you know, just to get to know people. It kind of makes you tick. I love the I love the buttons that have the thread in them still, you know. Oops. Wait. That one. Alright, so these guys are just about done. And we're going to make some food. Well, you just ate, didn't you, honey? Okay, well, you're good then. It says courage. Yeah, 300 is great, isn't it? I know. I never thought that would ever happen, ever in a million years. See that little teeny word? Anyways, I'm sure you can't see it. But I'm going to put that on one of these clusters. I'm going to stick it right here. There. Yep. No flowers. And you know what? This one, I'm pretty happy with it just like that, without anything else. Same with this one. I like to leave some, you know, relatively flat, less dimensional than others, so that I can use them as tuck spots in journals and stuff like that, and they don't add too much bulk. So, yeah. I like to have options. I love this little flower, and I like the contrast of the, you know, kind of limey green with the purple and stuff, so I'm using that on there. Alright, so we made a bunch of clusters, and yeah, the buttons and flowers make them, they do make them look kind of fancy, huh? Yeah. It's funny, sometimes I'll, you know, I'll make these, and then when I go back and look at them, I don't remember even ever making that, you know? Like, I don't know. So I guess I couldn't possibly remember every single thing that I've ever made, but they're interesting for me to look at too sometimes, because sometimes I'm just making them and like literally not thinking about it at all. Like, okay, like I didn't even notice initially that the color of this little teapot is basically the same as that chance card, you know. It just kind of happens. So, you know, but I like that, you know. And I mean, maybe subconsciously, like I was paying attention to that, and, you know, so it happens. But that's what happens when you're cool with randomness, you know. So, anyway, all right, you guys. Let's see. I have a champagne. That's so cute, Laura. Champagne and blueberries and Triscuits and brie. I'm already celebrating 300 subscribers. Yay. You're awesome. You guys are all awesome. And So yeah, I'm pretty sure I'll get to 300. Well, hopefully, you know, I will. Sometime in the next couple days. That would be awesome. And then like I said, I'll post a video about the whatever it is that I think I'm going to be able to give away. It'll be something cool, okay? Like probably a journal or, you know, something like that. And then working on Happy Mail. If you've not sent me your address and your birthday, make sure and do that, because I want to share some ephemera and things like that with you guys. And then I'm going to try to do another, I do want to try to live stream again, you know, maybe in a couple of days. And so just, you know, if you get a notification or whatever that I went live, it could be in the middle of the night, you know, because I know there's people that watch my videos that are in other countries that are kind of flip-flopped as far as time zone. And so that would be kind of fun too. And then I'll be posting a few more videos probably within the next day or two. And new journals in my Etsy shop and stuff like that. So thanks for all of your input and your comments and support and stuff. All you guys, I appreciate it. So anyway, I'm going to sign off and go make some something to eat. Okay? Say goodbye. You're welcome. You're welcome, Erin. I'm glad that you were awake in the middle of the night to come and hang out. Good night, Brenda. Bye, Heather. Thanks for coming.